Welcome, Cancer. This is your weekly focus for December the 10th through to the 16th, 2018. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you, truly, for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We'll turn to the cards and see what they reveal about the energy that surrounds us, how to use it in a positive way in order to go forward. We have the Seven of Swords, taking only what you need, simplifying. You don't need all the extras. That's what this card says. Take what you need going forward. Leave the rest behind. It's just extra weight. You don't need it. This is a time when, you can really step into some real joy, happiness, fun, excitement in your life. But if you allow a whole bunch of other things to weigh you down, maybe responsibilities, obligations that really aren't yours in the first place, but I get more of a sense of you really simplifying in some way your life going forward. There is a little bit of caution there, and it is the first card, so the beginning of the week. Follow your intuition when it comes to relationships, when it comes to conversations, when it comes to those little feelings you get, right? Those little senses of caution when you're dealing with other people. And if you think it, then don't second guess yourself, okay? If you're thinking that this isn't right, the situation isn't right, or what this person is saying to me isn't right, or trust it, okay? It's going to help you this week tremendously by listening to that inner voice of yours, okay? So go with the gut. Page of Swords is your next card. Knee-jerk energy. Well, yeah, there could be some knee-jerk energy happening then. We may just want to move out of a certain environment or situation, relationship. It could be team play where nothing's happening and you just want something to happen, okay? The Page of Swords is a very young energy. And sometimes we act without thinking, and the Page of Swords sometimes does that. They just want to get a reaction. Any reaction will do. Or not listening to the advice of others, and you don't have to agree with them. They could amplify that the way you're thinking is even more correct, but at least hear them out. At least ask for that sage wisdom or listen to it when it's being given to you. Now, this is a beautiful card for your spirituality because you are open. So pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping this week. Ask for help. Ask for clues. Ask for advice from your angels, from God, your spirit guides. Absolutely. We have the Strength card. This is knowing who you are. This is walking with your head held high, your shoulders back. This is walking with integrity. This is, integrity, honesty, respect, leading in that way. That lion, he could be yawning, he could be roaring, but either way, you're not even worried because you know no harm will come to you. Because there's a mutual respect, a mutual love, a mutual understanding between the two of you. It's not spoken, it's just known. And so this is knowing your own, your strength, your capabilities, your inner courage, perhaps. We do have the lion there, so it could have something to do with knowing that part of you a little bit better, but it's trusting in who you are. So don't resort to any kind of anger this week or let some anxiety to bubble over. Don't knee-jerk the energy. Think it through. Think about what you want to say or what you want to do. and what kind of reaction it's going to bring into your life. And is that the reaction that you want? And is there another way of approaching it? And stay open to new perceptions and new ways of, yeah, maybe new information coming in that gives you a little bit more of a balance or a strength in your stance. Maybe, a little bit more self-esteem, knowing that you've got this, that you can handle it. Three of Swords. Three of Swords, oh my gosh, almost every reading. And so I'm really grateful that I'm not getting this in this. This could be great pain, great loss, great suffering. That's some of the things with this card, but I'm not getting it. I'm getting the healing that has to come over past suffering, hurt. It's about the restoration of who you are. It's about forgiving yourself. It's about letting go of some past, where you thought you dropped the ball or you really let it go. So maybe you haven't really been watching your weight, and all of a sudden you look in the mirror, you try on um, that outfit that you're going to be wearing for the holidays, and it doesn't fit, and so you just start berating yourself, like, why weren't you paying attention? Why weren't you conscious? Why did you go and eat all this food? And why did you not take care of yourself? And why weren't you exercising? And why did you start to beat yourself up, and punch after punch after punch. It's okay. So we'll lose the weight. So we'll start today. We'll change our habits. We'll change our routine. We'll add in this. We'll do that. It's okay. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for things that you didn't do, or you should have said but you didn't, or you did say and you shouldn't have. Maybe it was an action. Let it go. Let it go in the past. But most of all, allow yourself to move past it, to know that that doesn't define who you are. It was just a life lesson along your path. We have the Emperor. Oh, the strong Emperor appears. So now we're kind of headed towards the weekend here, and we're starting to plan. We're planning our path forward. We're planning that new adventure. We are planning to conquer. The Emperor is, he is the planner. He doesn't hope or wish or dream of this great tomorrow. He plans for that great tomorrow. He talks to the right people, he gathers the right information, and when he has all that in front of him, he says, okay, this is the way forward. And then when he starts out for that goal, that dream, that desire, it's an expectation that the goal be reached, the dream be manifest in your life. So this is a great sign that, this is a time to start preparing yourself about what you are actually going to participate in, step into. Maybe a little bit of what you need to leave behind, because that's how we started the week's energy. But once you allow that healing, that, it's okay kind of energy, all of a sudden, the Emperor shows up to say, okay, so that's in the past now. We can move forward with a new perception, a new way of doing, a new way of being, a new way of becoming. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, once again, the Strength card comes out a lot with this card lately, and it's kind of almost giving the same sort of message. Here's this knight, and he's got this pentacle resting in between his hands, and you know what? It's not hidden in a satchel, so other people try and take it away. There's no fear of this. So it's something that can't be taken away. So it's your gifts, your talents, your abilities, and standing in this inner strength. It's like an invisible armor, because nobody could take that away from you unless you allow it. You don't have armor on here. You've got this giant pentacle, and there's not even any armor. You don't even have a weapon. You're not looking around all shifty like what's going to happen? Is anybody watching? You're focused completely on your destination going forward. You know where you're going. You're getting there at, it's the planned, here's where the emperor comes in. One step at a time. That horse isn't racing, it's trotting along. So it's one step at a time. And knowing that that abundance belongs to you and you alone, that nobody else can jump ahead of you and claim it. So it's okay to take time to make the plan, to make sure that everything is going to fit into place. And it might be that we are tearing apart our routines and we are putting it back together in a way that is better for us, for our greater good in some way. Maybe it works in a prayer time for you, or a meditation time, or maybe you're going to take up yoga, or maybe you're going to start jogging or mountain climbing. Who knows what you're going to do? Maybe it's about reading and building on your education. Maybe it's about building your self-esteem in some way, so you're going to start going to the support group, or maybe you're going to put yourself into a new environment to feel that belonging, that sense of worth, that sense of value that lays within you. If you are somebody, you got to think of the stay-at-home mom, right? And by, when the kids are little and that happy kind of atmosphere, it's completely different than when the kids are teens and they're grabbing an apple out of the fridge and they forget to say goodbye, and they don't appreciate that their lunch was packed, or that the mother got them up or had their clothes clean in the drawer for them, so that they, the shower towels were available and the hot water was on, and no thank you, no I love you, no. And all of a sudden they go, I'm going to go get a part-time job. So they go out and they get a part-time job, and all of a sudden these people are thanking them and telling them, oh, what would I do without you? And you're great, and sharing stories and taking a personal interest in you. So realize that those things are already inside of you, and you need to put yourself into the environment where you feel that about yourself. You know that about yourself. Standing in your truth. Developing a plan for who you want to be going forward. And we have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a busy, busy, busy card this week. If it isn't going to matter 5 years from now, then do not let it matter at this point in time. At least this week, okay? Put it on the back burner. If it's not going to matter in 5 years' time, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it, okay? It's like crying over spilt milk, okay? It's not going to matter in 5 years, so just mop it up and move on. So it's those little things, and sometimes it's in relationships, sometimes it's in could be everywhere in your life, where you're concentrating too much on the little details. This is about the big picture this week, especially with the Emperor sitting here so strongly, and we've got the Page of Swords asking us to go on. This is a lot about your inner truth of who you are, of your passions, your desires, your dreams. It's about making a plan. It's about forgiving yourself for some past action that's kind of playing out in your present without you even being aware. Realizing that wall that you've put up for yourself isn't actually keeping you safe, but holding you back from something that you truly want to step into. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.